Assalamualaikum sir, my name is Tengku Nakida Arshad bin Tengku Amifaud. My matrix number is 422-300-3101. And today, we would like to give a speech about mental health awareness. Hope. Always have, even if your brain tells you there isn't. There is always a rainbow at the end of the rain. It is a wise word for any one of you who feel like you don't have any reason to keep going. Our mind is one of the most powerful organs in the body, regulating the function of all organs. When our minds are unstable, it will affect the whole functioning of our bodies. Almost impossible to have a discussion about health and wellness without talking about mental health. So, that is why our mental health is one of the most precious thing ever, rather than our money, career, and other people's perception. Mental health awareness is the continuous effort to reduce the stigma around mental illness and mental health conditions by sharing our personal experience. People are generally more focused on keeping their physical bodies healthy. They tend to ignore the state of their minds. Human superiority over other animals lies in his superior mind. Man has been able to control life due to his high developed brain. So, it becomes very important for a man to keep both his body and mind fit and healthy. Both physical and mental health are equally important for better performance and results. Somehow, because of misconception and stigma surrounding mental health issues, people often suffer in silence and never seek treatment for their mental condition. Mental health awareness also is an important initiative to improve understanding of mental health conditions and increase access to health care for those who really need it. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health awareness is not only for children but for all ages, including teenagers and adults. According to research conducted on adults, mental illness only affects 19% of the adult population. Nearly one in every five children and adolescents on the globe has mental illness. Depression, which affects 246 million people worldwide, is one of the leading causes of disability. If mental illness is not treated at the correct time, then the worst impact or outcome can lead to death. Among the mental illness that often occur and are experienced by the community are depression, stress, anxiety, panic attack, and obsessive compulsive disorder, which is OCD. However, this awareness is simply taken for granted by most people, especially in our country. The question is, why did this happen? Is it the society or the government has to be blamed? In order to create a world better place to live in, everyone needs to take an action and have the common sense to make everyone aware of how important a person's mental health is, especially to those who suffer from the mental illness. In this topic, we will discuss the importance, problems, or effect, and the solution to the mental health awareness. So, that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter, Khairul, for the for the importance of the mental health awareness.
Assalamualaikum and greeting to all. Thank you, Nakiuddin. Today, I'm going to talk about the importance of mental health awareness. Did you know that the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has significant impact on the mental health people all over the world, including the Malaysian? Many people suffer from a mental illness such as depression, anxiety, and mental disorder. This problem arises when the person is under extreme stress and do not receive adequate support from a family and friends for an extended period of time. The conversation about mental health has never been more public, relevant, or important. After all, learning to how to care your mental health begins with raising awareness. Many people, unfortunately, have a negative perception of mental health illness and mental health problem, labeling the individual as insane, unstable, dangerous, violent, or delusion can worsen the scenario. Mental health education is essential for advancing mental health treatment and behavioral health. Increasing our awareness allows us to recognize the signs and the symptoms of feeling, just as we do with physical illness. Mental health more than just a topic for people who suffer from it. It has an impact on our social, emotional, physical, cognitive health. Many people do not receive the necessary treatment due to the stigma of educated. With the mental health, some people are unaware that treatment is available. These people feel lonely and disenfranchised when they suffer quietly. We are deprived of their brilliance. Suicide is one of the top 3 causes of death in the world every year. It has been on the rise recent years. This is true for all socioeconomic classes, ethnicities, and genders, though some groups are significantly more vulnerable. Every suicide is a tragic event. Suicide comes with a high price. This is not only warrant financial loss, but it's also devastating for a person who died survivors. Furthermore, it is important to distinguish between these two. First, learn about a common mental health condition, sign of burnout, and how to care for yourself when you have a symptom. It can be useful to keep eye on your own warning sign to recognize when you are becoming triggered or overwhelmed. If you come across resources that you could help the others, share with them, with those around you. As we know, the importance of mental health should be applied to all age and background, beginning with the childhood. It all starts with not dismissing children's emotion and teaching them how to deal with the difficult situation. It can serve as a solid foundation for dealing emotion. In extent, mental health is very important in our life because we can live a normal life in our daily routine and immediately seek help from an expert or a people around us if mental health problem you experience getting worse. Next, Ada will talk about the problem and the effects on the mental health awareness. Thank you.
Thank you, Khairul. Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nursyada binti Shaharuddin. My matrix number 4223003581. Today I will talk about a problem of mental health. The number of individuals suffering from mental illness worldwide continues to increase. In addition, it is characterized by what people experience in their mind, or sometimes involving physical symptoms, and even their emotional well-being is disturbed, and the cause of many mental health disorders is still undiscovered. However, many symptoms are scientifically understood. For example, the number 1, depression. Depression is the most common mental disorder and generally affects women more often than men. It is often characterized by loss of interest or pleasure, sadness, difficult sleeping, change in eating pattern, fatigue, and lack of concentration. Moreover, depression does not just arise from too much or too little brain chemicals specifically as is often portrayed. On the other hand, some forces such as genetics, life event, medical problem that lead to the disease. Depression can present as long-lasting. Besides, it can greatly interfere with a person's ability to function at work or school and can have negative impact on relations with others. Besides, with the worst conditions, depression can also lead to the thought and action that can lead to self-harm, such as suicide. To treat depression effectively, in some cases, cognitive behavior therapy, psychotherapy, and medication are available ways to reduce the level of depression. Next, I will talk about anxiety. Anxiety is unpleasant feeling such as a worry about something or fear, which can be mild or severe. Everyone has feeling of anxiety at some point in their life. For example, you may feel anxiety when sitting for an exam or undergoing a medical test. It's not uncommon for someone with depression to also experience anxiety. Moreover, this disorder infects many adults from the population every year. Anxiety disorder develop from a variety of factors, including genetic, brain chemistry, and life event, and although it is treatable illness, only a small percentage of those living with anxiety actually seek treatment and ultimately access in everyday life. Psychotherapy and medication play a very important role in helping to control and manage this anxiety symptom from getting worse. Last but not least, bipolar affective disorder. Did you know what bipolar affective disorder? Okay, bipolar affective disorder, commonly known as manic depression, is a mental illness that almost infect and also cause a very significant mood swing. People with this disease often have mood swing and even behavior changes and may often experience more severe manic and depression. Manic episode can include irritable mood, hyperactive, and lack of desire to sleep. Hypomania is a less severe form of manic. In addition, depressive episodes are often characterized by feeling of extreme sadness, hopelessness, lack of energy, and trouble to sleep. Although the cause of bipolar disorder is not fully known, a mixture of genetic and environmental factors may play roles in the development of the disease, which can treat with medical or psychosocial support. So that is my explanation about a problem of mental health. Now I will pass to Aina Sofia to continue to explain about a solution of mental health.
Thank you, Shuhada. Next, I will proceed with my point, which is solution for mental health problems. Before that, I will introduce myself first. My name is Aina Sofia binti Manor. Number metric is 422-300-2611. So, mental health problems can be so complex and can be different from person to person. So there is no one-size-fits-all solution. However, there are several steps that can be taken to improve mental health and manage mental health problems. First step we can take to improve our mental health is by seek professional help, such as consulting psychiatrists, psychologists, or therapists. This action was a first step in addressing mental health problems. Some of us may have difficulties to recognize whether they have mental health problems or not. So some scenarios when people around them tell them their behavior or action are weird and crazy are actually wrong, because some people are struggling with their mental health problems in their own way. Psychiatrists and psychologists may help a person to recognize if they have mental illness, such as bipolar personality disorder, BPD, anxiety, eating disorder, OCD, and others. Medical supplement will be provided to reduce the pain their patient feel depends on their illness. Besides, by going to professional help, they will guide and help us how to manage our mental health problems properly. Some people going to therapists is really helpful because from this session between therapists, they will try to solve our problem and help patients by gain a trust to help them handle their mental health problems. Furthermore, develop healthy and positive lifestyle is a second solution that may help people to have better mental health condition. By having positive mindset and lifestyle, it will distract people from going to have negative thought or any problem like overthinking, depression, anxiety, and others. For example, they can start by changing their habits with do journalism, write anything that's going on in their mind in a book, meditation, and stay engaged in meaningful activities like exercise, jogging, go to hiking, which they will see the nature and the beauty view of it. Also, to prevent their time with drugs or negative thought and others. People may get a brighter life with good mental health condition if they start with changes in their life first, this is also called as a self-love. Moreover, other solution to help people who have mental health problems is by build a support system. Surround with people who provide emotional support, empathy, love, trust, such as family, friends, to reduce negative thought. This is because people who have mental health problems need somebody or someone during their hard time. They cannot left to be alone. They need to be taken care of with love and trust from people who are close to them, so they will open up and share a problem that they are struggling and dealing with. So people around them will help and support them together during their journey. It is hard to not have someone and being alone during the hard time because people may get a negative thought and that may lead to low self-esteem that result them to self-harm if they think people who they love not care about them. Last but not least, government may help in decreasing numbers of mental health problems that happen around the world by role play from Ministry of Education, where they can raise early awareness for students in high school who is most likely to have mental health problems. Nowadays, teenagers get mental health problems because of the pressure they get during their study to perform to get the best result in their academic. The pressure they get to please their parents and others may lead to burnout and can cause to stress and even worse, depression. So school can raise awareness by introducing to students about mental health problems and how to cope and manage to get a better mental health as a student. All of this solution is important to prevent more mental health issues that happen to our generation. And that's okay not to be okay, and sometimes this journey can teach us to become more human being, to be good with each other. Also, as a human being, need to realize that sometimes mental health problem is a matter thing and we need to look for, because some of us lost our loved one because of problem of mental health. That's all from my point of solution. Next, I will pass to Fariza to conclude our topic.
Okay, thank you to Aina. Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Aina Fariza binti Muhammad Amran. My matrix number is 42230038081. First of all, I would like to apologize for my current health condition, which is my voice, but it is not an excuse, and I will explain to you guys my understanding clearly. So, now I will conclude our topic by explaining to you guys that awareness is a form of education. That means the more you know, the more power you have, which is basically knowledge is a power, and this power can cause a positive effect in our community. Other than that, awareness is the key to understand what is mental health is and how families can retrieve the help that they need. So, public awareness is very important in assessing community resources. And the lack of awareness of mental health is not just their problem, but it our problem as community. Other than that, mental health awareness educate people about the reality of life with mental health condition. It will help people to understand how the mental illness impact, and it highlight the way to prevent it to become worse. It also may create a time and space for people who need help start to share their session and conversation together, so that they won't feel alone, and will make them talking openly about their mental illness and encourage those who are suffering to seek help and find a support network. And it is also important for caregiver, friends, and our loved ones to understand the impact that mental health has done to our daily life. So let's start to dominate our effect for mental health awareness. So now let's share our knowledge about mental health condition in the public. Don't be scared to talk about it. I know it is hard to share about our problem, but the power to reach, help, and teach community to understand that mental health is important is well worth it. It is because mental health awareness should not only share to the community for a day or a week or even a month.
it must be informed clearly about it because it can easily happen to someone who close to us. So we are together now. So let's hashtag we can survive and we will survive together. So that's all from us. Thank you.